Jilly here, and I am doing my first tutorial for my friend Scott McCoy because he asked me a question about one of my first videos that I've ever put out, and yeah, so I want to help him out. If it hadn't been for Scott, I probably wouldn't put out a tutorial, so thank you for inspiring me. And also, fair warning, I've never put out a tutorial before, so I'm sorry if it sucks, but whatever, we're all at varying levels of sucking anyway. So without further ado, I will get right to it. My friend Scott asked me about a move that I recently kind of broke through and acquired, stemming from the one-handed butterfly. So this is the one-handed butterfly right here, and you can see my planes are kind of walking and bending. And what I do is a variation of the behind the head one-handed butterfly, but instead of moving my hands behind my head, what I do is I move my body like that. And it looks really cool. So why I was thinking, what made me think about this is because doing one-handed butterfly feels really good. Doing one-handed butterfly behind the head feels really, really good. But I was wondering if instead of moving my poi, if I could somehow move my body around my poi and kind of generate a similar, same, or very much different effect. So some tips and pointers on how to pull this off because it's really, really difficult. First and foremost, getting the feel of your one-handed butterfly. And with the one-handed butterfly, what you want to pay attention to is that slow, that slow undulating bounce. That bounce in your wrist. Your wrists aren't too floppy, they're not, moving around too much, but you really want to pay attention to this bounce. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And really this move requires very little effort once you understand the bounce and get the bounce down. Secondly, is understanding the arc that occurs when you're doing a one-handed butterfly or a butterfly in general. And to explain this, I'll kind of switch to my side view here so you can look. But with a butterfly, a behind-the-head butterfly or one-handed butterfly, there's an arc. I call it the McDonald's arc. Ew. But yeah, going on off of that bounce, when you're bouncing upward, you arc over your head, and on the downward bounce, it hits behind your head, and then you bring it up again and arc back over. So it's very much the same when you're pulling off this move, but you're trying to maneuver your body around the butterfly versus moving your hands. So you want to try to focus on keeping your hands, keeping your planes, or keeping the butterfly isolated in the same plane or same position. And how it works is on that upwards bounce, you're going to accentuate it and throw your hands up, but you're going to step under the arc and then step right back. Now if you notice, my poi just totally went tangled around my hand, and that's because I went 2 beats on the reverse side before stepping back over. I haven't quite figured out how to pull this move off for more than 1 beat. So for me, at this point in time, when you do pull this move off, you only want to do it for 1 beat, because if you do it for more than 1 beat, then they will collide and hit themselves. But I'm fairly positive that it's still possible. I just haven't got there yet. It's a fairly new move that I have acquired and unlocked, and not to say that I have it completely unlocked, but it is a start, and it all starts with 1. So, yeah, I hope that helps, Scott McCoy. Please let me know if it doesn't, and I'll try to get you something else. Thank you so much for inspiring me to make a tutorial, and this was kind of fun. So, hope you're having an awesome day, and I will see you in the circle. Thanks.
Bye.